Coming up next, Bookin It continues their discussion on North or Be Eaten. Hey everybody, and welcome back. I'm your humble and eloquent host, Cooper Cobbs. It's the Cooper and Matthew Show. I'm kidding. We're all here today.
We're all here.
I'm your humble and eloquent host, Cooper Cobbs. Like I've already said, that's Matthew Killingsworth,
Howdy.
Tanner Lewis,
Hello.
and of course, Isaiah Radsky.
What's up?
How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm back here, guys. I mean,
Yeah,
it's been
Tanner.
a long time.
It's been like 4 episodes, man. It's
Yeah.
great to see you back. I mean, hear you back. That was kind of bad. Tanner, I guess we should get your thoughts on the Wingfeather Saga. It's been a while, man.
Yes, so, first of all, the Wingfeather Saga is, right now at least, my second favorite series I have ever read.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Hot.
yeah.
What's your first?
Next...
Oh,
Oh,
it's some, like, weird sci-fi...
It's that bunny book.
Yeah. No, it's not.
It is not.
He's told me.
yeah, it's called the Barsom Trilogy. It was written in 1920. It's pretty epic.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. What are your, like, thoughts?
So, thoughts on the Wingfeather Saga. I love just how well thought out the Wingfeather Saga is. Like, everything has a purpose. I have not gone through a single chapter in the Wingfeather Saga that has not had some sort of purpose in the entire series. None. Versus some books that I read, like Billy Budd, that have full chapters that are describing one person, which actually is not very important to the story.
That's true.
Yeah. we can maybe it'd be fun to do an episode on Billy.
No,
but
wouldn't.
maybe not. Anyway, do you want to get your like abbreviated baggage real quick before we hop in?
Wait, actually, wait. I want to hear his favorite character. We all
Oh,
shared
yeah,
ours
yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Tanner,
What's
we
your
got to hear your
favorite
favorite
character,
character.
Okay, Tanner's favorite character. Everyone's going to hate me
Nag the-
because
He's
it's
gonna say
Nag the
Nia.
Nameless.
Oh,
Nag the-
come
What?
on, man.
What?
So I guess your thoughts on North of Beaten as a whole, all of you. What did you guys think about North of Beaten as a whole?
Way better than the first book.
Definitely.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
There's
mean-
lots of things I liked better.
For one, less
Okay.
footnotes. I mean, even listening to it, Andrew Peterson read every single footnote.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Looking back on North or Be Eaten from a full series standpoint, other than Matthew, it's basically it's the most descriptive of the situation book. Everything is well laid out. I like that we're left in question, unlike the other books, of what's happening for everything else, for everyone else in the family, ish. Like your mind's
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of. You're kind of just left in question of what's happening. Like, where's Tink? Where did he go? Why is Tillingcourt? Stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he leaves you on a more suspenseful, which is why I finished this book in a week.
Yeah.
Same.
It's basically just a lot more suspenseful than just about every other book except for The Word and the Wolf King.
Obviously. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing good things about that one. Should be a good
Yeah.
read.
I mean, yeah, it's the end to the series, so it better be good.
Yeah. The climax. Is
Well, I
awesome.
mean, like Hunger Games, the end of the series wasn't that great.
That's true.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
That was
yeah.
kind of.
We
We'll
don't-
talk
we
about
don't
that
talk
later.
about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We gotta talk about that. So what'd you guys think about? I guess Tanner, we left off. Did you listen to the episode or?
I did listen to the episode, but you will want to refresh me.
Right. So we're kind of at the part where I think they're at the Stranders. I think that's where we stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So what do you guys think about Stranders?
I actually really liked that. That was one of my favorite parts of the book. The Strander
Oh,
part.
yeah.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Cause like they were like
Mhm.
the bad guys, but they were like also the they were like good guys, but they were also just like kind of bad.
So Matthew, I think what we're learning from Matthew is he likes very ambiguity in his characters, right? Moral ambiguity.
What does that word mean?
It means that you can't tell if they're good or
Vague.
bad. Kind of like a Jack
Well,
Sparrow
no. I
kinda
mean, you can
character.
tell. Yeah. Like he's like a, like, he's a good guy in the whole picture, but like a really like bad,
Sketchy.
if you know what I mean.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, they were on whatever side paid them more, basically.
Yeah, I know. I like those kind of characters. Like Han Solo, Jack Sparrow. Like I
Yeah.
like those kind of characters, and that's what the Strangers were basically.
I would like anyone who paid me more than someone else too.
And they were kind of like elite because they could just like pick any pockets and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they basically like the Fangs couldn't get them because they were just way better fighting than the Fangs. So
You haven't met Elite
Hunted-
yet, Matthew. You
they
have not
hunted-
met Elite yet.
I have not seen Elite yet. Okay.
Oh no. You will. You will.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Quoting Yoda there. Well, I guess he said you will be, but I guess moving on from there, we go into Dugtown. What do you guys think of Dugtown?
Trying to think of a city
Yeah.
that can, I don't know, be like in real life, but
Okay,
it's
so
it
here's
was
my
pretty
thing.
rough, big city.
Chicago.
What?
Yeah.
Detroit.
If everyone will
Far
quiet
away.
down, I have something to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay, so I like to compare Dugtown to Chicago.
Okay.
One of the
how?
For those of you who don't know, Isaiah is from Chicago.
Well, I'm like from like right on the border of Chicago.
Yeah.
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 That's sketchy.
The suburbs.
It's a very crime thief infested place. It is
I apologize to any Chicago listeners.
I mean, they can't really deny it though.
It's probably not as bad as we think it is. Sorry, Tanner. Go ahead.
yeah, so basically it's just one of the more sketchy places of the universe where there's people who are nice and the natives know where not to go, but any other person would not.
More related to Gotham, like from Superman and Batman and all that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I didn't like Dugtown very much. Like it was just kind of like bad vibes. I don't know.
Stereotypical.
Kind of. Well, like a lot of things were stereotypical, but I liked some of it. Like the Stranders, like I was saying, like those are pretty stereotypical, like
Yeah.
type guys, but like a tribal type thing. But I didn't really like the city thing. How it was like kind of kidnapping and stuff. I don't know. I didn't really like that being in there.
Yeah. Well, I guess what do you guys think about the Fork Factory, huh?
Okay, I have something to say here. I've been waiting to say this since this entire thing. That's one of the reasons that I forced myself to make time to be on this episode, people. The Fork Factory is my second favorite scene in the entire series for one reason. It was very just full of suspense and everything. Like, you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to be behind you, who's in front of you, if the maintenance managers are watching you, anything. You have no idea.
Well, it kind of does explain everything that's going to happen, though. It literally says that if you escape, you're going to get beat, and that they're always watching you, that everyone's against you, everyone's just out for themselves. So I disagree with
I feel like that. I feel like going along with what I was saying, like the whole book being kind of stereotypical scenes of different things, like that was also like the just like think about like the Neptune challenge, like they get trapped in a place, like come on, stop giggling, you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
sorry, just laughing.
Like they're just trapped in a place, but like it's basically just like a battle of wits almost, like who's smart enough, who's brave enough. Like, are you gonna take this risk? Or are you gonna wait on this? Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, there's a ton of other stories like that.
The Neptune Challenge is the second book,
one.
correct?
Yeah,
I
like the
haven't
one where
read
they're
that
trapped.
series, so
It's okay.
Okay.
You're not really missing anything now.
Yeah.
Now that yeah.
I've read the Neptune Challenge. I just didn't know which one you were talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I really liked it, just as I'm always a big fan of when an author can make it seem like there's no way to go, like it's hopeless, and then obviously somebody just keeps fighting to have hope. I know that seems kind of stereotypical, and it is, but I think when it's done really well, like the author, like you can't really even tell, like especially when everybody else is hopeless. I mean, it's really stereotypical. You're like, yeah, Janitor's gonna get out of here, but it's still kind of well done in this case, I think.
Okay,
I
so
also love plot twists and surprises. So like when you're there and you don't really know what's going on, and like a chapter ends with him getting caught running away, and then the next chapter starts with him being in complete darkness and not knowing anything. Like, that's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
Then it gets
in
your
the
mind
coffin.
working. Yeah. Well, I know, but you don't find that out at first.
Well, yeah, until he gets out.
What do you guys think about Sarah Cobbler?
Oh,
Okay,
Sarah Cobbler.
So there are two scenes that I
I'm
love.
sure Tanner really
in
likes
this.
her. Sorry, that was bad joke.
Shut up.
You can cut it out of
Cooper.
there.
I actually have something to say about that part, but I'll say
Let's
it.
stay in
I'll
it.
say it after Tanner.
Okay, so
worth it.
Sarah Cobb. I'm not gonna talk until you stop giggling,
I'm sorry.
Cooper.
I'm sorry. That was pretty good.
Okay, Sarah Cobbler and how she views Janner is one of my favorite things. Shut up.
Explain what you mean by used, Tanner.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm trying to make a point here, but I can't.
I know,
because
but
you're
like seriously,
laughing
what do
so
you mean
hard.
by used, Jenner?
Yeah.
View? Like I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, I love how she views Janner because that's exactly how I view him in my first favorite scene in the entire saga, which we will talk about in the next episode. But I just love that perspective of watching it from a hopeless point of view that's not inside the mind of the whatchamacallit, like your
Main character.
like the main character who's getting out perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just watching that from a secondary perspective and figuring out how other people would view him. Well, it's not exactly like the full mindset of other people, but get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're seeing them from other perspective because that's exactly how I see him in the next one, which I will release
Tell me when
then.
we get there.
which
ne-
you will be here for. To explain.
Yes, I
You
will be
better
here.
be.
Expound upon that.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you too, Isaiah.
Yeah.
I was on
Me
the
too,
last
Matthew.
one for
Me
the
too.
final like 5 minutes, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
hey, I tried. My dad needed my
Um,
help at work.
Yeah. I know. What was I gonna say? I had something to say, and now
I
I lost
I
it.
what
have
were
something
you?
to say too.
Go ahead.
So
You can.
about answering your question about the Sarah Cobbler. So it was kind of funny because I listened to Andrew Peterson for a good half of the book. Probably I listened to his like nightly readings on YouTube, like while I was doing
That's why
school.
it took you so long.
What do you mean?
Anyway, go ahead.
No, I just started doing that this week
Oh.
because it was taking too long reading, and I couldn't read and do school at the same time, so I just
told
listened
you
to
to
it
do
while I
that.
was doing school. Okay, do you want me to get to
No,
the
no,
point?
no,
or
no.
just-
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so it was really funny, like when what was the one part? Oh yeah, so he sees her again working, and like he's getting beat up by the maintenance manager guys, and he sees her and he's like, "What's your name? What's your name?" And she comes up and whispers to him, and he was like doing it all dramatic with his voices and things, and I thought it was gonna be like someone he had already known or like something like that, and she goes, "Sarah Cobbler," and I was like, okay, that was kind of cringy because like I have no idea who that is. It was kind of funny. But
There's a
I don't know.
footnote on it. Okay, so
Yeah, it's-
here's my favorite thing about this entire book, and I've got to say it now. This is one of the first parts where you see how extremely well thought out the book was. These book series were. Because within the first 4 pages of the series, he has introduced Sarah Cobbler, who you do not see for another full book. Congratulations,
Yep.
guys. That is how well thought out Andrew Peterson can do. It is
Yeah,
amazing.
I wonder sometimes if he thought, of,
J.K.
oh,
Rowling.
this girl, if this girl is going to be in Northrop Eaton in this exact part, or he just threw her in there
Put
just
her
to
in
kind
later,
of show
yeah.
like the black carriage. It's like, oh, that'd be fun to have Sarah Cobbler. Oh, look at all the storyline that they could have, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder.
I bet he
what I
had
was
it
going to
planned
say,
out.
Some of my favorite parts of Monster in the Hollows is when they
Monster in the
flashback, or
Hollows?
not flashback through. Yeah, the third one.
We're talking about Northrop Eaton.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but it talks about the Four Factory in there. It kind of goes back and forth between the Hollows and Scree and Four Factory.
That's true.
And she kind of thinks of Janner as like the light who came in at the darkness and then kind of left his light behind to kind of inspire hope. You know, I don't know. I kind of like that. I know it's probably an overused metaphor, but
I love
liked
what I love when Arthur explains that, but we'll get to that next episode. But I love
yeah,
what
definitely.
her expression after that. I laugh every time.
it. Yeah. Some of my favorite. I'm gonna read a little portion. Probably one of my favorite parts of this one. So, but halfway down the dark corridor, Janner stopped. If there had been more light, Mobrick would have seen that Janner's eyes were as fiery as the windows in the near distance. He would have seen that his fists were clenched and that his jaw was set. In fact, the little Ridge Runner probably would have run. I don't know. I always like those sections like that. I mean, I could tell that he worked really hard on this metaphor,
Yeah,
and this
just
portion, and it really showed. It was really great.
just describing the average 12-year-old guy.
In a
Becoming a
dark
man, right
corridor
there,
where you
that
can't
right
see
there.
anything.
He
that
And
he's
I
becomes a man.
became
Right
a
there.
man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I guess we should move on.
Yeah, probably.
Anything else you have to say about the Fork Factory? Alrighty.
I liked the escape plan. I like the plan.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like just plans in general when they're trapped, when like someone's trapped and you're reading about it, and then they have especially that one part where it straight up just says, and he finalized this plan, and then he was like planning it in the coffin and stuff, and I was wondering
Yep.
the whole time, like, what's it gonna be? And then kind of stereotypically he went back. He decided to not do the plan for like a little bit, and then he thought about his family and everybody, and it changed his mind.
Yeah, that's a good transition. That's one of like two really tough decisions he has to make like back to back.
Yeah.
And then we kind of move on to where he's in the Strander Burrow again with the Nurgabog. I like Nurgabog. I think she's a fun
Yeah,
character.
she's funny.
You'll see her again in the Wolf King. But I think she was really fun. And then he had to make a decision: is he gonna go north or is he gonna find Tink?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that part?
So I haven't read this for a little while because, for everyone to know, I've been lending all of my books to Matthew as I've gotten them. So I currently do not have a book in front of me because it's in front of Matthew.
I might just listen to them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I've kind of laid out a decision. What decision would you guys have made considering the circumstances and everything that's happened between them so far?
I think go for Tink.
yeah, I would have
'Cause,
gone for
like,
Tink.
he is the throne warden, and it's like his whole job and purpose in life kind of is to protect the king. So
Yeah, and he's his
and
brother.
he kind of knows where he is because he had like the vision thing.
That's true.
So that's what I think you should.
Yeah. I liked Nurgabog's little speech that she gave him. She's like, "Yeah, you should do this. You're the responsibility. You're the throne warden." And he's like, "But I'm just an old lady, and that's what I think. So you
Yeah.
can do whatever."
Yeah, that was great.
I'm like, all right. What do you think about Janner and Miralay, huh?
What?
Janner and Miralay's journey to
Oh.
the Ice Berries.
It was very. I think he could have spent a little bit more time on that, made it a little bit more exciting. But in my opinion, I think the route that he went was much more beneficial to the entire series.
Yeah.
In my opinion, because he was able to get quicker to the Monster in the Hollows, which is amazing. It's one of my favorite books ever.
I can't
The
remember.
Wolf King's #1 though.
How does Northrop Eaton end? Like, where does it end off?
Well, don't worry. We'll get to there. We'll get to there. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I think Marilee's accent is really funny.
Oh yeah.
like-
Just
Or at least
do it.
how he does her accent.
Yeah, like how Andrew Peterson did it, and also just reading it, like seeing it typed out. She never
Yeah.
says you; she always says ye.
Yeah. Did
She
you
just kind of talks like a girl version of Podo.
have you heard his accent for Pizza
Also, her
Stockman?
name is spelled so weird. Oh, his accent for no, I
It's
haven't.
pretty funny. You'll hear it later on.
Yeah. Okay.
He does something similar
it's
to
pretty
another
great.
person. So
Yeah. I liked Marley. I think she's an interesting character.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the bomb nubble?
Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite creature.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember that one.
Get it?
Abominable.
It's the
It's
abominable.
so funny. No, it's not abominable. It's abominable.
I know. I'm saying
Abominable, right?
it's.
Is it
it's
it's
a-
abominable. Oh.
Okay,
Abominable.
everybody be quiet. It's a bomb nubble,
sir.
and it is abominable.
Dude,
Oh yeah, I noticed like in the second half of the book they have like a ton of pictures. You know?
Yeah.
Like way more than normal.
creature
There's
media
one that I
pictures.
love. This one picture of Arthur when like he's like standing there like has scratches
Oh,
all
yeah.
over him, and then there's the two wolves that are just like screaming.
Oh yeah. It's Abominable. Yeah, Abominable.
Yeah.
Abominable. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's really clever. But the picture is
It
just
also
so
looks.
hot.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It
an
looks like a
ape mixed with
beast.
a rhinoceros.
And his feet, like I don't know how he stands on those legs.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. You'd think he had Saquon Barkley's quads, but he doesn't.
Yeah. But it's funny earlier in the book, like when they first talk about him, they're like, we might run into Abominable.
Oh yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
I'm trying to find the picture of it. I can't find it.
It's on. Oh, I just had it. And I lost that. And gave it
That's
up.
alright.
Anyway.
Oh.
What do you guys think about the manliest man, Gammon? Oh, we should talk about the scene with him and General Crack.
Oh, that's
That was
right.
one of my favorite scenes.
Oh
What do you
yeah.
think about that scene?
Yeah, I like the scenes with the Florid Sword and Crack. They were
Oh yeah,
They were pretty
Floyd, so
epic.
how do we forget to mention him? Great character.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
wait,
awesome.
hang on, Ten real quick. Florid Sword or Gammon?
Oh yeah. Florid Sword.
Florid
Florid
Sword.
Sword.
Florid. Yeah, I like Florid
Florid
Sword.
Sword. Oh yeah, way better. It's such a hot name.
Oh, Matthew, the voice Andrew Peterson does for the Florence Sword is basically the same.
I
he does
know.
For Pete the Sockman.
Tis I,
Well, no, it's
Florence
basically the
I
same
know.
he does for Pete the Sockman.
It's a little
just a bit
night
different.
voice. Yes, I love that
Avast,
voice.
ye slithery fiends!
That's so good. Here's
That
the
sounded so funny over FaceTime.
The Florid Sword is he has great dialogue. Great
Yes.
dialogue. All right, Sarah. Sorry, go ahead. You're saying something.
Yeah, they were just. I love the dialogue between Crack and Gammon. It was just very funny, good for a laugh, very inspiring. Helped along with the story. Helped kind of explain what was happening in Chimera at that time, how long they've been there, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The extent of Nag's knowledge, which was kind of scary.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right, here we are at Chimera. What do you guys think about Chimera?
It's epic.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is the Lone Isles of the Wingfeather saga, basically.
It's good. Good analogy.
Thank you. It was very. I love like the mystery of the place, how it was like unfindable, and how isolated it was from everywhere else. How hard it was to get there, just in the first place. Not
Yeah,
to
it
mention
seemed
Snick
worth the
Brothers.
journey.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It was just very.
Good.
Very well thought out. I also enjoyed the certain parts. So, well, I'm kind of bleeding into other parts here, but how well thought out once again it was for Scale Raker, which was Podo, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just so very well thought out how Podo was never went to the Sea Dragon Festival, how he got really mad on the certain prophecy about that the Sea Dragon made of beware near once he is near one.
Right.
He is near you. And
Oh,
all
yeah.
of that.
And
then
it's like I can just imagine Poda looking at Andrew Peterson in shock, and Andrew Peterson is just like, "Gotcha."
What?
Yeah, just Podo.
Yeah.
He's like, "Why did you do this to me, AP?" And he was like, "Gotcha." You know, I don't know.
Great.
I can't explain. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Let's talk about the Foob Islands.
Ooh.
The Foob.
Fun to say.
Foob Island. Yeah, definitely. Just like what his name, Chunch or whatever is in the first book. Or is his name? Tanner, do you remember?
What?
Chunch.
Say it again.
Choot.
Oh,
Like that
Yeah.
footnote, like people enjoy
Yeah.
saying his middle name.
Oh yeah,
Chunch.
I forgot. I know
Yeah.
it started with a C.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I'm on chapter 49 here. Fortress of the Foobs.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, talking about Pete the Sockman and the wolves.
Yep.
Ooh.
I really liked, like I said, I think I said in the last episode, the Fang. Oh no, I think it was the second episode on Enter the Dark Sea of Darkness about the fangs turning in dust and how they're made. What do you guys
Yeah,
think about that?
yeah.
Particularly Matthew, since you haven't read this before.
Tanner is dying internally right now because he just wants to blurt out everything he's wanted to say since this episode
Hey, you go
started.
for it. I have a different thing I was going to ask you about in a second, but you can answer, Tanner.
I just said I want to blurt out a bunch of things that's not appropriate to say.
Oh,
Yeah, well remember, like, if you listen to the other episode, you know we're gonna talk about the whole Wingfeather saga, kind of looking back, and we'll do it.
where?
I think-
Exactly. I'm just
I think we'll
dying
push,
internally right now.
To Kill a Mockingbird back, but yeah.
I'm just
Where
dying internally right now. I want to say it so
Yeah,
bad.
I know.
where are the Foob Islands?
I don't
They're
know.
to the right. So
Somewhere.
about to
I'm
the
trying
right
to
of Scree,
find the
and they're
map thing.
southeast of.
Oh, I
Chimera.
found the map.
They're
I see
somewhere in
that.
Airwheel.
A more or less accurate map of Scree, not to be used for holiday planning. Oh, yeah. So that's like really far away from Chimera, or however you pronounce that.
Isn't it Chimera?
Yeah. I'd say
Chimera?
Chimera.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew, Isaiah, Dan, what do you guys think about just the fangs turning to dust?
I thought it was very like interesting and unexpected how they were created and all that,
Yeah.
or where
Yeah.
they came from.
I have my thoughts, but I can't say them until the very last episode. So,
Alrighty.
for all of you viewers,
It's
we're waiting.
it's all connected, and it was all due to Thanos.
But like seriously, what do you guys think about how they were made? Like, what are your thoughts instead of just like it's cool
On what?
on just how they give them like they have to want it? What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. It
Um,
was just it was just interesting, like an interesting way to think about it, I guess. Like
Smart way to do
no,
it.
he just it was smart too. It was just making like characters and like such an essential character in the whole series, like that it was like it was a whole race, and that's just how it worked, and it was like in the same world as like normal humans. It was just made it interesting and like a different type story, I guess.
I liked it how like he gave them the Magnanimous gave them the choice to do it. Well, technically he didn't, which you find out later, but he kind of did. It's weird. But I don't know. I think it'd be better that way. He probably thought it was better to have people in his army who wanted to do it than people who didn't.
I mean, it's
Basically, like our
obviously a
whole debate
metaphor for real
topic.
life. Yeah, it's obviously a metaphor for like real life though. It's like if you really want to be evil or you want power, if you desire power, you really have to give your whole self to it and let that consume you.
That's a
and-
good way to put
and
it.
show and
Give
then
your
just
whole
kind of
self.
show
I like that.
yeah, and then just show how it's empty when they turn to dust at the end. I thought
Yeah.
that was really effective.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys think about Scale Raker?
It was.
The most legit character that ever walked the face of this earth.
I mean, it was unexpected, but I kind of knew something was up. Like with Podo, like he had something else in his background, obviously, like, that he was hiding.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like completely unexpected, but it was unexpected on what it was.
Yeah.
So for all of you listeners, I explained this to Cooper the other day when I went over to his house after school, but I'm going to try and explain it to you now. I have this kind of weird ability where if I enjoy a book or series extremely, like extreme,
You'll read it over
I
and
can
over again.
usually predict what happens in the story like almost every time. It's pretty freaky. I've done it for multiple books. My siblings will attest to this. They were freaked out about it every time. And I just enjoy like trying to figure out things. So I'll hit a really suspenseful chapter and then I'll stop and then I'll literally look back over the entire series and I'll figure it out. It's one of my favorite things to do. You're hearing it for the first time. I explained this to Cooper the other day. He thought it was freaky too, I assume.
Usually when I like something a lot like that, I don't really stop reading it, so...
Yeah, I don't give myself time to predict
Nope.
it. Sometimes I don't even want to predict it. Like when my mom's reading aloud sometimes, and she's like, "Let's make some predictions." I'm like, I don't really even want to make predictions. I'm like, I want to be surprised. I enjoy being surprised, but I think it's
I
also
like-
really
I
fun
like-
to figure it out and predict.
Yeah, once there's something suspenseful, I just start reading like way faster than normal, and I want to figure it
Exactly.
out. But I mean, I'll make a few guesses, but I don't like think about it. I'll just be like, maybe it's this guy, and then I keep reading to
Yep.
find out.
Yeah, no, I don't make
Yeah.
any guesses.
That's-
I just literally sit and read for the entire day after that. Until I figure it out.
So
I make it while I'm reading. I'll like do that, but like sometimes I'll just go back if it's something like really important. That's what I did for the Lord of the Rings once after I'd already read it once. So
yeah.
just to piece some things
so-
together.
Did the revelation of who Scale Raker was diminish your view of Podo at all?
No.
Or no?
No.
It heightened my view of Podo.
Really? I don't think it really changed it for me. Because like I said, I already knew something was like
Yeah,
in his background that he was
exactly.
hiding and he was ashamed of.
You could
so.
tell he was hiding something.
He looked
It's
even
kinda-
more legit after he said, "I hunt dragons that are bigger than me." Ha, get wrecked.
Well, it was interesting to me, like, going along with just Podo's background and stuff. Like, at the end of the last book, you couldn't really tell he was hiding anything, or if you could, you never really thought it was important.
Yeah.
Because, like, the book ended, like, pretty well, I guess. But, like, in this book, now all of a sudden, like, has weird mood swings, and he's, like, acting all secretive and stuff, and he's, like, almost a different character.
That's true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's still their grandpa, but he acts a lot different. I guess.
Yeah, I
guess
think-
just because they're traveling and he's reminded of the past.
Yeah, and then he meets
different
the Stranders and is completely reminded of all that.
things.
Yeah, looking at the facts, it should have diminished my view of Podo, but it didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the book obviously is kind of I don't know if bias is the right word, but he's just trying to tell you, hey, Podo should get redemption. Yeah, he did some wrong, but he's sorry for that now, and he should live for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think over the course of the books, it shows how Jurgen is he's got so much hate in his heart, especially after Alistair Will killed his son, and especially
Whoa,
with
Cooper,
Podo
whoa,
and stuff like that.
whoa,
No, that,
whoa,
that
whoa.
doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. But it just shows how revenge can just drive you down and how it can just kill you eventually. I mean, not kill you. Just tear you apart. Yeah, that's what I meant. Alrighty, guys, let's do some actually closing thoughts and then donor shoutouts.
Best
don't have
book
to
in
have
the
any.
series so far.
Yeah.
Tanner's closing thoughts come in the closing thoughts episode.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm gonna say one thing. So I noticed I was reading Monster Hollows, and it's more of a lighthearted book than Northrop Eaton. Like
Really?
just with the script, there's more jokes, there's more
Yeah.
stuff like that. It was a more serious book.
That sounds fun.
It was obviously
It's more
a
legit.
mature book, just because anything looks mature to On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness, but it did it in a way that was kind
Well,
of cool.
and also they felt like they were happy and they felt like free, sort of. At least
Yeah.
a bit more free than before.
All right.
I'll say,
I'll
well,
do
I'll say
shout-outs.
something
Oh,
else.
go ahead.
Like, you were talking about the different books having different maturity levels. Like, I think Andrew Peterson definitely, like, wrote this book a lot more mature than the first one, and maybe the other ones. I haven't read them yet, though.
No,
But
War in the Wolf King is more mature,
Yeah.
but yeah, obviously.
The War in the
but
Wolf
this
King
one-
is
this one
definitely more
more
legit.
than the first one. But I think he's still, like I was saying earlier, like, he has some topics in here. Like, you know, you start to have, I don't know, Nurgabog, or however you say your name, and Podo might have had something, or like, and then there's also like the whole thing with the parents kidnapping other kids and like all that. But like he writes it in a way that it seems less.
Right. I mean,
You know,
it's
like,
it's
bad.
for kids
Yeah.
still. Yeah. Alrighty,
Like-
donor shoutouts. So for donor shoutouts, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna say the patron name, and then you guys are going to give them a weird thing name. Okay? Does that sound cool?
Okay.
And I'll divide them up. All right, Isaiah, your grandparents.
Oh.
Just give them weird names. Put some letters together.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Oh, man.
First thing that comes to your mind.
Come on, man. It ain't rocket surgery.
Yeah, the first thing that comes to my mind is the one that's already in the book. Can I do ones that are in the book?
Okay, sure.
No.
What? No? I was going to say
Come on, you
Slarb,
have one with your
but
own. That'd be
whatever.
cool. Just put some like random letters
Come
together.
on, just
It'd
make
be
it
fun.
sound goofy. Like
Yeah.
like Thomo's short story last year. Just like random names. Just make sounds.
Yeah, I'm trying. Wait, what?
Just make sounds. Yeah, just make
Come
sounds.
on.
Okay, yeah, that's your grandma. What's your grandpa? And you'd have been fanged already. Tanner, Lizzie.
What?
You get Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Give her a fang name.
Scropped.
Ah, nice.
All right.
Matthew, you get Becky.
Oh, dang it. I had one for a guy name. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Creek.
Okay. Isaiah, Van Pappy, and Wayla.
Why do I always get two?
I'll
I
do
can
Van
give you
Pappy.
one.
I'll do Van
Okay,
Pappy. I'll do Van
okay, go
Pappy.
ahead.
Severus Snape.
You guys are defeating the purpose of this. Alrighty, Isaiah, you gotta give Wayla though.
Hold on, let me think.
Why do you give any to Isaiah? He has no idea what he's doing.
I always think of
All
what's
right,
in the book.
Tanner.
Okay.
Tanner, Whaler.
Tampa.
Nice. Alrighty, then we have. Was that it? Is that
Sebi.
it? Oh, we have- oh, no, Isaiah's
do it.
uncle. Yeah.
You haven't done one yet.
Me?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Kloop. I don't know.
Kloop.
All right, we love you, patrons. Go to patreon.com/booking it. We have the link in the description below. Support us for just as little as $5 a month. We really appreciate it. If you can't do that, please make sure to rate and review us in your favorite podcasting app. Until next time.
Keep on booking it.